Let's talk in general about the right to the freedom of
government can
expression.
actually restrict the time, place, and manner of your speech.
Freedom of speech
or
has
expression.
limitations. Freedom of speech is not unlimited. You can express it, but remember to express it as your opinion, not as fact.
Oh, hey. Yeah, freedom of expression, right? It's everywhere. And we think we get it. Until it gets complicated. Freedom of expression. It is one of our most cherished rights. We were told the fundamentals, and yet, in today's digital world, it's also very complicated. It raises a difficult question: how do we determine what is acceptable to express and what crosses the line? You see, the idea of free speech sounds simple. You say what you want to say, express yourself fully. But the reality of that freedom gets tangled fast, especially online. Social media, news platforms, and even comment sections. These are our digital town squares. They're where we connect, share ideas, and yes, even disagree. But there's a point where expression can become harmful. Misinformation that could lead to real life consequences. Hate speech that could impact individuals and communities. And even the spread of dangerous ideologies. So here we are, stuck with a difficult question. Where do we set the bar for freedom of expression? Let's break it down. Think of it like a balancing act. On one side, we have individual freedom, the right to express our opinions, to question things, to have a voice. That's powerful, and it's essential to democracy, to innovation, to social change. Many of the greatest shifts in our society came from people who pushed boundaries, from voices that changed the status quo. But on the other side, there's collective safety and well-being. There are times when certain form of speech can harm, mislead, and even incite violence. And that's not just theoretical. We've seen it played out. False information about public health leading to dangerous choices, hate speech amplifying real-life discrimination, or rumors online spiraling into chaos offline. In the digital age, platforms like Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter are trying to draw that line every day. They moderate billions of pieces of content, deciding what stays and what goes. But how do they decide? Algorithms play a huge role, making fast decisions that often prioritize content that gets reactions. The more sensational, the better. And then, human moderators step in for the rest, but they face massive volume of tight time pressures. So the question remains, is this enough? And then there's the government's role. Some countries have laws that mandates what platforms can and can't allow. In Germany, for example, there's NetzDG, a law that requires platforms to take down illegal content within 24 hours. The intention is good. It's about reducing harmful content. But it also opens up the question about state censorship. Where do we draw the line between protecting the public and suppressing speech? It's not always black and white. So where does this leave us? I think it comes down to the understanding that there is no one-size-fits-all answer. Freedom of expression will always be a balancing act. And maybe that's okay. Because the more we talk about these tensions, the importance of expression, the need for boundaries, and the challenge of moderation, the closer we get to a society wherein voices are both protected and responsible. We are still learning to find the balance, but in the end, maybe it's not about finding the perfect line, but it's making sure that the line is drawn transparently, thoughtfully, and above all, fairly. Freedom of expression is a right worth protecting, but it's also a responsibility that affects all of us. And in this responsibility, each of us plays a part.